Let's talk about pipe collars. Basically, three different types of pipe collars that most roofing contractors use. One, standard, usually they're this color, mill finish, they're aluminum. This one happens to be painted, but they go on a pipe that comes out of your roof. This kind always fails. This rubber gasket here falls apart, cracks, and you've got maybe, if you're lucky, 8 to 10 years before this thing is no good. And it's not this part that's no good, it's this rubber gasket that fails, and then water comes through here down into your house and leaks. So you don't want these. And here's the issue: they look similar to this pipe collar. Looks the same, right? Can't tell the difference, except this one has a lifetime gasket on it. So this one will fail in 8 years. This one is rated for the life of your roof. It's made out of a different material, and it won't rot out, crack, and fall apart. One of the other things that these pipe collars have as an advantage is the fact that they're a little bit wider than the other pipe collar. So let me show you. This is bigger by a little bit. See it? And this is an advantage to this because we have it farther away from the pipe that comes through the center. And what happens is you put the shingles around this flange all the way around it, and the pipe comes through the center. And this part is wider, which means this is pushed out farther, which means it's harder, if it ever were to leak, to get water in behind it, through this seam, and into the pipe and underneath of it. But really what you care about on this pipe collar is this thing. This is rated for lifetime. And this is an IPS collar. Some of the other companies, they have a lifetime, but it says, I don't know if you can see it, it says, for the life of your roof. This is why. These guys don't do it. They will rot out in 8 to 10 years, and you'll have a problem on a brand new roof. You get these things, you don't have to worry about it, and then you don't have to call us. Other option is called a lifetime tool. What the hell are these things called? Lifetime tool pipe collar. I mean, you can tell this thing is no joke. I can't barely bend this too much. This is the metal flange. This is a galvanized painted flange, where these are aluminum. Aluminum is going to bend pretty easy, and metal, it doesn't bend that easy. I mean, it's stronger. It's got a wider flange. If you look at the difference, this flange is way wider. There we go. This flange is way wider than this one even, and this is the one that I just showed you previously. So now you have more coverage for the shingle to land over top of this flange, and it's got this crazy looking, I don't know, adjustable gasket thing here. This is a lifetime as well. So this flange won't rot out, and it's got a beefier flange, and it's wider. And why wouldn't you use something like this? Now, here's the difference. You got to understand, most people get this. This is the pipe collar that leaks a lot. The flange rots out. Some people get this. They just don't know about it. They don't know whether they're getting this or that one. The one that doesn't leak and the flange is lifetime, compared to the one that does leak and the flange is not lifetime. And then no one ever talks about these. Mostly, most roofers don't bring these up. This is the lifetime tool product, and you can see this thing is sturdy. So where do people usually get? If you had the choice, what would you choose? Well, if you don't care about price, these aren't much more, but most people don't buy them. And then, so what's the rule? Most people buy in the middle. They don't buy the cheapest if you have an option. Most roofers don't give you an option. Most people fall in the middle. They don't buy the most expensive. They don't buy the cheapest because they know cheap is cheap, and they settle in the middle. Well, guess what? These aren't any more than these things. So make sure you get your options given to you, or that you can have an educated conversation about a lifetime pipe collar when you get your roof replaced. So ask your estimator, look in the contracts, make sure that they have something spelled out that says IPS lifetime pipe collar, or lifetime tool pipe collar, and that's what this thing's going to look like. But if it says nothing, you got to question it. You got to ask, am I going to have to replace my pipe collars in 8 years when they leak? And contractor's going to be like, yeah, probably, if they're not going to lie to you, unless they're using one of these or one of these. And there's other ones out there, but you just want to make sure, bottom line, that you're getting a lifetime pipe collar, not one of these. These are dead. No one uses. A lot of you people use these, but they shouldn't be using them anymore. Now that the technology has made these flanges a lifetime. So make sure you cover yourself. Make sure you ask the question. Make sure you find out whether it's from your estimator or in your contract itself, and find out. So all I'm trying to do is give you a heads up. Do you want the one that leaks? The one that's lifetime in the middle, which there's nothing wrong with. It's awesome. Still does the job. It's not going to leak if they do it properly and install it properly. This part's not going to leak. And this one, which is the daddy. If you need us, we'll be ready.